This first video was recorded by a nurse back in 2019 inside a care center when a resident specifically asked her to film while cleansing a room they called the death room. The idea was simple: show the others there was nothing spooky about it so they'd finally stop being scared to go in. But in the end, the video never got used. And after you see what she caught, you'll understand why. Have a look.
Heavenly Father, I ask for your divine presence to fill this space. May your light shine brightly through every room, cleansing this home of any negativity, fear, or unrest. Let peace dwell in every corner and love be the foundation of every wall. Bless this home with your protection, surrounding it with your angels, and shielding it from harm and evil. May every door be a passage to your grace, and every window open to your blessings. In Jesus' name.
This room already had a pretty dark history. A lot of residents had passed away in here, and weirdly, people say whenever someone stays in this room, they either get really sick or pass away within a month or two. On top of that, staff have talked about strange noises, sudden cold spots, even objects moving when no one's near them. No wonder the seniors started calling it the death room. And if you look closely at the footage, you'll notice the rosary suddenly moved, but not in a gentle sway. It snaps upward, like someone actually yanked it. Sure, you could say maybe the woman moved her arm and made it shift, but in the clip her body doesn't move at all. Which is exactly why, even today, nobody wants to stay in that room, and this one still has people wondering, what really happened here? In this next clip, two roommates were woken up in the middle of the night by the sound of things scattering in the kitchen. Now, this wasn't the first time they'd heard it, so instead of just brushing it off, they grabbed a camera and went to check it out. But here's the strange part. By the time they walked into the kitchen, everything was dead quiet. No clattering, no movement, nothing. And just like every other time this had happened, they figured it was probably a rat. Until this happened.
Experiencia paranormal enviada por suscriptor.
Hermano, están penando brígido. Pues ojalá pase de nuevo, weón. Mueve el vaso. Por favor. Te desafío a que muevas el vaso. ¿Puedes mover el vaso? ¡Conche tu madre!
After seeing that, they started piecing together all the other weird moments they'd had in the apartment. Glasses shifting on their own, utensils clinking when no one was near the counter, even hearing what sounded like faint footsteps when they were the only ones home. Now, some people tried to debunk this one by saying maybe there was soap in the sink that made the glass slide. But if you listen closely, you can hear it scraping along the bottom. And if it had been soap, it wouldn't have made that sound. So what do you think? Did they jump to conclusions too fast, or was this one actually paranormal? I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Now, in this next clip, a woman named Kyla was walking home late at night with a friend when they noticed something strange up ahead. Watch.
God made me feel suspicious about a woman being trapped in there.
You think somebody's trapped in there? You think they're saying SOS?
Yeah, like, help me, I don't want to be...
But it stopped when I walked down there. What happens if I walk down there? I'm gonna walk down there. I'm gonna walk down there. What's gonna happen if I walk down here?
Hi, Kyla, come on!
Still nothing. Jesse! It stopped! Jesse, it stopped! Jesse, it stopped! Okay. Light. Oh!
The light kept blinking, almost like it was signaling for help. But here's the creepy part. When Kyla got close enough, it stopped. Some people argue this isn't paranormal at all. They say it could have been faulty, and honestly, they make sense. But others swear it felt too intentional to be random, almost like someone or something was trying to get her attention. The way the light blinked steadily, almost in rhythm, before shutting off the second she walked closer, it felt more like a response than an accident, almost like something wanted her to see it, but not get too close. So is this just a case of bad wiring, or did Kyla stumble across something she was never meant to see? You decide. What do you do when your own home, your safe place, starts acting like the enemy? That's exactly what Jorge, the guy in this next video, is dealing with. He tried everything he was told to do. Pray more, show no fear. In the name of Jesus, claim authority over this house, they told him. And that's exactly what he did. Jorge prayed aloud, he read scripture, he kept up the rituals the way he'd been told. At first, it seemed like it worked. The noise would die down, the house would go quiet, like someone had pressed pause. But that silence never lasted long. It got almost too quiet, like the calm right before something bad happens. And then, when he least expected it, something would happen. Watch this.
Yo, I just woke up. Oh, there's this. There's this. Shit. The f. Oh shit. Oh f. There's something going on out there. There's something walking around. Oh, fuck. There's something clear up there. It looks like it's approaching this way. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh. Fuck. Oh. Oh shit! What the fuck? Oh fuck.
This became almost traumatizing for him because most of the activity hits while he's sleeping. He woke up some nights with scratches on his arms, objects moved, a dark pressure in the room, and most times he wished it was a nightmare, but it wasn't. This clip is from one of those rare nights he had a GoPro rolling, and he says this time felt different. He describes the air like it was thick and charged, heavy enough that it felt like it could press you to the floor. He says it didn't feel like something passing through, it felt like something staying, watching, waiting to do harm. After years of just having to deal with the feeling alone, he hears them every day now. And the worst part is, he's starting to wonder if his prayers actually did anything, or if they somehow made things worse. So, what do you think? Did his faith push it away, or pull it closer? I'll leave that one up to you. The following clip comes from a woman named Amy who's been sharing her real-life experiences online, mainly to find out if her housemate is truly seeing spirits, or if there's another explanation. Her posts have always drawn a lot of curiosity, but this latest one has taken the debate to a whole new level.
That the post that I made yesterday on TikTok asking you guys for help to figure out if my housemate sees spirits or if she's just mentally unwell has gained a lot of traction. None of us are able to agree in the comments whether we think she's mentally unwell or if we think that there are spirits. Most of you guys are saying that it's spirits. So I thought I would answer some of the most commonly asked questions in my comment section, because I need to know if I should be worried about my housemate or if I should be worried about my house. Also, this is the wrong time to be doing this because I am home alone. Okay, the guy that I'm seeing is coming in literally 10 minutes, so I have to hurry up while I answer. But the first question was, how old is your house? So I actually did look into this when Karen mentioned Amelia on the stairs. So when I looked up, the house is only 25 years old. It was built in 2010. The only thing I could find about it is the owners who built it only lived in the house for 1 year and then they sold it. That's the only information I have about it. So if Amelia is attached to the steps, then she must have been from that time period. So I did wonder if there was something that happened in that year that made them sell it, or if it was just an investment property. The second question that I wanted to address is, do you have any secondhand items, because spirits can attach themselves to energy on furniture items that belong to other people. This is gonna trip a lot of you guys out who said that you could see something in my TV yesterday, but the only thing in this room that is secondhand is my TV. Checking to see if there's spaces today. I don't see anything. I'll show you my bed. That's my bed. Excuse my drink on the side of my bedside table. Anyway, none of the furniture in my house besides my TV is secondhand. This one was a big one, but a lot of people ask me, has activity continued since Karen disappeared? Yes, it has, but it's not as intense or scary as it used to be. So still every single night from 11 o'clock, I could clock it, and I could do it tonight. Especially the night that I posted the video, my very first video. My stairs were going crazy. I'll actually insert a video now of what I recorded. Yep, I told you it was bad. It never happens during the day. It only ever happens at night, and it usually happens, I mean, it's happened as early as 9 o'clock, but never any earlier than that. So here's another thing that still happens, but not as frequently since Karen left. The light just above the staircase, on the way down. So this just happened. Anyway. Okay, so you know what, I'm gonna, I'll make a part 2, but I think I'm just gonna chill for a bit. I'll be back. Okay, he's here now, so I'm gonna tell him. When I was waiting for you to arrive, right, like 10 minutes ago, what's that thing called on the wall? The aircon remote, yes. It just ripped off and fell onto the floor. I don't know.
It fell off.
Yeah, it just fell off. It was on the ground. I got a video of it.
How did it fall off though?
I don't know, I was sitting in the chair. I was sitting right here.
How? Show me the video.
Okay.
What she reveals and what appears in the final moments of this footage has viewers convinced there's something seriously wrong with the property. Some even suggest it could be tied to the land's history, possibly built over old burial grounds or connected to her housemate. But here's the terrifying part. Her housemate has already moved out, and yet the activity hasn't stopped. So whatever's in that house, it's not tied to one person, and unless she finds a solution soon, it's hard to say what might happen next. Now, in this next clip, a Christian creator is in the middle of recording a short sermon about embracing your worth, when something completely unexpected interrupts him. Watch this.
Them insecurities that are manifesting in your desire to sound intelligent. Those insecurities that are manifesting in a way that are influencing you to appear as if you know more, or that individual, that brother whose insecurities are driving him to buy this, that, and the third, and buy chains and flashy on Instagram and flashy on social media, and become a social spectacle for real. God sees you. The crowd don't see you. Look at that. Y'all see that? Y'all ain't see it, but did you hear it? Ain't nothing over there. Ain't nothing over there. That's the type of stuff that happens when you get to talking what God wants you to talk. God sees y'all, man. God sees y'all. He sees you. He hears you. He hears what your heart is saying. And this is coming from an individual who was so far gone just 2-3 months ago. I would January, February, March, April, May, I was gone. He heard me. I just pray in the name of Jesus Christ that he opens your eyes, that he opens your heart, that he softens your heart, that he opens your ears and gives you the ability to hear him when he calls you. To silence the enemy in the name of Jesus. And allows you to hear him. You are intelligent, brother. You super intelligent. God gave you that though. Those thoughts that you're having that are so anti-Christ are not from God. And I pray in the name of Jesus that he will silence the enemy and allow you to think for yourself for a second, because you are intelligent and you see the truth.
He believes this is more than coincidence and more like a spiritual warfare, because the devil always tries to distract him with strange occurrences to unsettle him or make him lose focus. And according to him, it's not random. These disturbances never happen during casual moments, only when he's preaching. Sometimes it's a sudden, unexplainable noise behind the camera. Other times, it's objects shifting on their own, or shadows moving where there shouldn't be any, and even unexplained knocks at the door whenever he begins preaching. To him, these interruptions are proof that something doesn't want his message to be heard, yet he says fear is exactly the reaction they want, and the moment you give in, you've already lost the battle. But could this really be spiritual warfare targeting him personally, or is it just a series of strange coincidences happening at the worst possible time? You decide. This next clip is about Sabia, a mother living in the Netherlands who says she hasn't had a single night of uninterrupted sleep since moving into her new home. At first, she tried to ignore it, but now it's becoming impossible, so he has decided to start documenting everything, hoping to gather enough evidence to prove that something else might be living in her house. One night, a strange noise woke her. Unable to fall back asleep, she decided to stay up, watch a movie, and hope she'd sleep. But midway through, she heard another sound, one that didn't come from the TV, so she grabbed her camera and stood up to investigate. This is what she captured. Watch.
Keukenlicht is uitgegaan. Ik voel me ook meteen niet chill. Vorige keer was daar ik wil schaduw, iets. Die keuken. Nou, hier hebben we die. Dat gekke dingetje. Wat is dit, joh? Dat is gordijn. Dicht. Jeetje. Wat is dit, joh? Dat is mijn schaduw. Dat gordijn, jeetje. dicht. Jezus. Wat de f is dat, ja? Wat de... Wat was dat? Sinaasappelsap of citroensap? Jeetje. Oh. Echt.
The first thing viewers noticed was how each disturbance happened separately, never at the same time. Some might suspect a draft, but it wasn't windy or rainy that night, and when Sabia approached the door, she couldn't feel even the slightest breeze. Still, the curtain moved as if something was standing behind it. Nothing in this house has ever made logical sense to Sabia, and now she's hoping someone out there can explain it. So, do you think this is just a coincidence, or did Sabia actually capture something paranormal?
So remember, if you're calling out the spirits, you may not always get the spirit that you want. Sometimes you're going to get somebody that you don't want. Like here. Listen good, he's going to say, "So what?" at the end.
You'll notice a faint glowing orb, only this one isn't white, blue, or transparent like most orb sightings. It's pink, and that's what has viewers debating. Some believe pink orbs are a sign of a gentle, protective spirit, often associated with love, compassion, or even the presence of a deceased family member. Others think the color could be tied to energy frequency, meaning whatever this is might not be entirely human at all. Of course, skeptics argue it could be dust reflecting light or a lens flare from Steve's camera, though the way it moves has them second guessing. But whether you see it as spiritual, spectral, or simply a camera trick, one thing is clear. Pink orbs aren't exactly common, and this one has left plenty of people wondering who or what was in the room with Steve. This too, like other videos, remains unresolved. Now, this next clip is about Kyla, a woman who claims she's been able to see and speak to spirits since she was 3 years old. Of course, whenever she says this, most people are skeptical, and by now she's heard every joke, every dismissive comment, and she's used to it. One weekend, while visiting her parents, she casually brought it up again, mentioning how hard it is for people to believe her. That's when her mom quietly left the room and returned with something unexpected: Kyla's old laptop. She opened it, and what she showed her daughter stunned even Kyla herself.
There's an apple! Look, an apple! Don't come in here, okay? Stay in there. Stay in there in the library. Don't come in here, okay? I won't let you anymore. I'm not gonna get.
Who you talking to?
I don't like that.
Who you talking to?
I don't want to. No.
Huh?
I don't like that one.
Well, who? You don't like who? What, baby? Like what?
What chilled viewers most was when Kyla suddenly began to cry, and according to her mom, it escalated into a full-blown sobbing that she couldn't even finish her meal. Also, according to Kyla's mom, this wasn't the first time either. It happened frequently, but it stopped when Kyla was around 12 years old. By that time, her parents assumed she'd simply grown out of it. But now they believe she never stopped seeing spirits. She just stopped talking about it. Kyla has no memory of what she saw that day, so till now, it remains a mystery. In this next clip, a couple is watching a horror movie about spirits, possessions, and exorcisms, when something truly unsettling happens.
And of the Son, and the Holy Spirit, by this sign of the Holy Cross of our Lord Jesus Christ, who lives and reigns with the Father and the Holy Spirit. Damien!
It's not even scary.
It is scary.
No.
Look down and pity.
You killed your mother.
You killed your mother. You killed your mother. You killed.
Now, imagine watching a movie about demons, and suddenly the atmosphere in your own living room starts to change. That's exactly what happened here. But here's where it gets stranger. After posting the clip, some viewers recognized the exact film they were watching, and claimed they'd experienced similar disturbances while watching it. From odd noises in empty rooms to objects shifting on their own, several people swore the movie seemed to carry something with it. This sparked a heated debate. Could certain films actually open a door, attracting unwanted energy into your space? Or was it simply coincidence paired with heightened fear, making people more aware of their surroundings? No one knows if the activity in this couple's home stopped after that night because they never posted any follow-ups. So, for now, this strange case remains unresolved. If you look closely, you'll see it shift unnaturally, twice, before finally sliding completely off the table. And here's where it gets even more unsettling. For weeks before this moment, they'd been getting odd notifications from their home security app, alerts about movement in the house, only for the footage to show nothing. Then there was the night he found his smaller black dog standing in the basement, locked in place, staring into an empty corner and growling for minutes around midnight. He and his wife have compiled every unsettling clip and sent them to a ghost hunter, who's currently reviewing the footage. Whether this is something explainable or the start of something much darker, we'll have to wait and see. Now, in this next clip, Sandra and her husband are enjoying a quiet weekend with their dog when they capture something they can't explain. Watch.
Like, why? Yeah, by itself again. Like, this is getting weird.
Is it grinding the edge?
Yes! That is what I'm saying, what the hell?
Turn it off.
I did. Right.
Actually, turn it off. Underneath, turn it off.
And it's button, like it's a button thing, so like it should not turn on unless someone presses the button. And I'm the one in front of it. So there's no reason. And if it's mom doing it, Brad, it's right when I said mom.
I know. Hit it again, turn it off.
Mom, is that you doing that? I'm not making this up.
I know you're not making this up. I'm watching it. I'm seeing it right here. I just got chill when that happened.
Now, just for context, strange things have been happening ever since Sandra's mother passed away in a rehab hospital, but she's made peace with everything happening, believing it's her mother trying to communicate. Her husband, on the other hand, isn't so sure, and after seeing this, it's easy to understand why. Her mother passed on February 25th, just 3 hours after Sandra had left her side and told her she could go. Now Sandra thinks her mom may have left this world still worried about her, but her husband isn't convinced. One evening, they were both sitting in the parlor when they saw a shadow moving around the room despite everyone being seated. The fact is, any shadow in that room should have been still since no one was moving, yet this one walked. That moment changed everything for her husband, and now he thinks it's something else entirely, something using Sandra's grief as an open door. But what do you think? Is it a loved one trying to reach out, or something else pretending to be? You decide. The following clip was recorded by a woman named Angelina while she was at the infamous Crescent Hotel in Eureka Springs, Arkansas, a place many believe to be one of the most haunted hotels in America. Over the years, guests and investigators have reported hundreds of strange encounters here, but what Angelina experiences is subtle but deeply unsettling. It's around 6 a.m. and she's enjoying a quiet morning on the balcony with her coffee when this happens. Watch.
Sydney, there's a ghost singing out here. I'm not even kidding you. Come here. Come here. Just sit out here. Just sit there. It sounds like it's coming right next door and it's not. Nobody's there. I looked. Just sit down. It'll happen. Are you glad I woke you up? What? Are you glad I woke you up? You would want me to, right? Where is it? It's supposedly coming from over there, but it stops and comes and goes. It's real. You'll hear it. Just sit and listen. Oh my gosh, this is so cool.
If you turn your volume up, you'll hear the soft voice of a woman humming an old-fashioned tune, almost like something out of the 1920s. Now here's the strange part. She thinks about waking her daughter so she wouldn't have to experience this alone, but something tells her the sound would stop if she wakes her daughter, and that's exactly what happens. The moment her daughter joins her, the sound disappears completely. Angelina later writes, "I've had a ghost talk to me, grab my hand and poke my back all night long. But this felt different, exciting, but also unnerving, because when she checked, there was no one nearby. After she posted the video, several viewers shared their own terrifying and strange experiences at the same hotel. One person even pointed out that the balcony she filmed from closely resembles the one tied to the legend of the Lady in White, one of the Crescent Hotel's most well-known spirits said to have fallen from that very spot. Now, Angelina has concluded that something paranormal occurred here, but as always, I'll let you be the judge on that. What exactly do you think happened during this recording? Let me know your thoughts on this one. This next clip was recorded by a couple who prefer to go by their initials, K and T. After a year of silence, they are finally speaking up about the strange happenings in their home, like hearing whispers in empty rooms, doors opening on their own, and hearing sounds of heavy breathing just outside their bedroom door at night. But the strangest part is, it only happens when they talk about it. Almost like whatever's living with them is listening. At first, they tried to ignore it, but one morning, while preparing breakfast, they heard that same familiar sound. And this time, they grabbed their phones to finally catch it on camera. Watch this.
Alright, TikTok, here's our door. Hinges to the ground, okay. The handle up behind and down. Okay, that's everything. Can you close the door? Yes.
Can you close the door? Brittany, please?
They've had this particular door checked by professionals multiple times, even replaced it 3 times in 1 year, just to rule out drafts or faulty hinges. But after all that, and everything else they've experienced, they've come to a conclusion. It's not the door, it's a ghost. Now, they've contacted a medium to figure out what the spirit wants. Now, this next clip comes from a woman named Kaylee, and to be honest, everyone who has seen this video can't wrap their heads around why she's still living in that house. She's been hearing strange sounds, like something heavy being rolled across the upstairs bedroom floor, but what she captured on video one night says otherwise.
I know. I heard a noise. I know I did. It came from that room and this bedroom like it always does. Did you guys hear that? I know I probably seem crazy right now, and that's fine. That's valid.
Watch closely. You'll notice the door moving on its own, along with faint tapping sounds. At the time, that's all she gets on camera, but things only got worse. The next night, Kaylee records again, just to prove she's not losing her mind, and this happens.
Did you see that? I don't think I'm gonna go through that door. I think I'm gonna come around this way. Goosebumps. I don't know if you can tell, but I am a little freaked out this time. Oh shit, I left the attic unlocked. Attic lock check gone wrong because I left that shit unlocked. It's fine though. Did you guys see that though when I was on the other side of this door? Damn, that shit opened fast. Just gonna one last peek in the living room.
After posting the video, she joked that it had to be her husband messing with her, but viewers weren't buying it. Some pointed out something Kaylee didn't notice at the time, a faint woman's chuckle right after she says, "Did you see that?" Others mention how there were no footsteps or shadows visible, and if someone had actually been nearby, there should have been some kind of movement or they could have heard footsteps. But the most unsettling thing was the fact that she had dolls. Viewers couldn't shake the feeling that something was off, especially with the way the dolls were positioned and the way they looked. A few days later, Kaylee is meditating upstairs in her usual chair when a strange, low-pitched vibration starts out of nowhere. She tries to ignore it, but after 2 minutes, it doesn't stop, so she gets up to investigate. That's when she sees this.
I'm genuinely so freaked out. I never get freaked out like this. What the f?
A candle holder, vibrating all on its own. There's no fan, no heater, no air current, nothing that could explain it, but it doesn't stop there. What happens next takes things to a whole new level. You'll notice that nothing else in the room is moving, which rules out a draft. But more than what she could see, Kaylee also says that in that moment, she could feel a heavy presence, like someone was standing right behind her, but she was home alone. She has been finding ways to rationalize the strange events that have been happening in her house, but this time, she had nothing. And from this moment, the activity in the house escalated. She couldn't sleep, became restless, and night after night, the tension in the house only grew. Finally, one evening, she decides to sleep in a specific Airbnb room where the activity tends to spike, and to record everything. This is what she captures.
was on the floor last time. I couldn't find it. Do you guys see it? And I'm just blind. Not sure where that came from, but damn, I really didn't want to lose that chain. But I guess that is a sign. And no, I don't know why this W is here. It was there when we moved in.
The tapping start again. Sharp, deliberate, and too consistent to be written off as water pipes or heating systems. What's even more disturbing is that the tapping sounds match the ones she's heard before, particularly in the downstairs living room. But what really unsettled viewers came later when Kaylee opened the attic, the creepy looking doll that sat alone on the blanket. Kaylee even gave it a name, Betsy, and apparently in a previous clip she shared, there was a chain line on the blanket next to Betsy. But now, it had completely vanished. Many viewers, however, commended her for being brave enough to even enter that attic, especially at night, and for the fact that with all the strange activities going on in this house, Kaylee and her husband still feel oddly at peace in the home. They've received countless messages urging them to leave, to cleanse the space, even to burn sage and get rid of the dolls. But according to them, something about the energy feels innocent, like whatever's there doesn't want to hurt them, it's just part of the home and they're willing to coexist with it. We wish them luck and hope whatever is living in that house continues to mean no harm. In the following video, Kyle was getting ready to head out with his fiancée when something strange caught his attention. Now, according to Kyle, unusual things have been happening around his house for a while now. Aggressive banging, the creepy sound of children laughing, and things moving right in front of his eyes. Every time something truly strange happened, Kyle wasn't always able to record it, but this day, he was prepared. Have a look. After closing the door, a low, deep growling starts echoing from inside. Then the lights begin to flicker, quickly followed by bizarre sounds that he can't quite explain. It gets worse when what sounds like knocking begins, but no one's in the room. Kyle believes something or someone didn't want them leaving the house, but what happened next felt less like a warning and more like a threat.
Let's go smoke. Damn. I don't think I should have burned that book, yo. I keep hearing something.
He only noticed it later, while reviewing the footage, that there was a distorted voice, almost like a whisper layered beneath the noise. And if you look closely, his cat clearly senses it too. It runs, then starts moving like it's tracking something invisible. Then the knocking sound starts again, louder this time, so Kyle tries to trace it, moving from room to room. And then he opens a door with a distinctive creak. If you listen closely right after that, you'll hear faint voices. Some viewers say it sounds like someone speaking, others say it's unintelligible, but whatever it is, it's enough to rattle anyone. Also, earlier in the video, Kyle casually mentioned something odd, a book he shouldn't have burned, and that might be where all of this started. Here's the backstory. He found an old, worn Raggedy Ann book stuffed deep inside a closet that looked ancient and creepy, so he got rid of it by burning it. But ever since that day, the activity in the house has only intensified. Shadows would appear briefly at the corner of his vision, only to vanish the moment he looked directly at them. Kyle is now convinced that destroying the book didn't get rid of the energy tied to it, it released it. And honestly, that tracks with what many believe about burning objects tied to spiritual energy. The belief is that burning strange or cursed objects doesn't destroy them, it releases the energy trapped inside. If that's true, Kyle may have accidentally set something free. Some viewers are convinced he's dealing with a haunting, possibly even something darker like a demon. Others think there might be another explanation entirely. But as with many of these cases, this one remains a mystery. The following clip is about KC, a guy well known for reporting conspiracies about UFOs, but lately something strange has been happening to him, and now he's starting to wonder if it could be what's called the hitchhiker effect. For those who don't know, the hitchhiker effect is a bizarre phenomenon often linked to UFO encounters or research. The idea is that once you interact with something unknown, it follows you home, and suddenly, strange sounds, figures, or even objects begin to appear around you, almost as if you've been marked. For Casey, it started small. He'd notice objects in his home suddenly appearing in odd places, things he swore he never moved. Then came the nights where he'd hear a high-pitched buzzing or frequency, almost like tinnitus but sharper, and it would change direction each time he tried to follow it. At first, he brushed it off as maybe stress or even some kind of tech interference, but as time went on, the disturbances grew harder to ignore. Then, on the 10th of August, Casey captured this. Watch.
Okay, something really weird happened a few minutes ago, and it's insane. I don't know if my apartment is haunted or what. Y'all tell me. This thing is vibrating, and I don't know why. Can you hear it? It was vibrating really loud, so I got up and moved it because I was trying to figure out what was happening. And now it's doing it again, but just not as hard. Hear it? Now what's this? It stopped. It stopped. I touched it, it stopped. It's starting again. What is going on? Is my house haunted?
Now, could this really be the hitchhiker effect like he suspects? Or, considering all the other unexplained things happening in his home, is it possible his house itself is haunted and the UFO angle is just a coincidence? Like always, I'll let you decide. This next clip was captured by a man who lives a simple life in Mexico, but now he's scared that his simple life is starting to look far too complicated. Unlike most paranormal stories he has heard of, which tend to happen late at night, his own experiences seem to happen at any hour, both day and night. On the 3rd of February 2024, he was simply trying to take an afternoon nap when this happened.
Estoy tratando de dormir, pero acabo de escuchar un golpe duro por allá en la sala, entonces decidí grabar porque hace días que se viene presentando cosas extrañas en el apartamento. Son las 4:13 de la tarde, entonces me parece muy extraño que a esta hora estén sucediendo como cosas raras. Entonces, comedor. Miren, ese es mi comedor. Tengo las ventanas cerradas. Miren. No. Esto viene sucediendo hace como una semana ya. Pues la verdad se me hace muy extraño. Se me hace muy extraño que esté pasando cosas así. No lo puedo creer. Miren. ¿Qué está pasando?
Now, if that's what he's dealing with in broad daylight, imagine what happens when the sun goes down. He claims that at night, he often hears heavy footsteps pacing just outside his bedroom door, sometimes followed by faint whispers, like someone speaking in a language he can't understand. On several occasions, he's woken up to the sound of objects moving in his kitchen, only to find chairs pulled away from the table, or cupboards wide open by morning. Sometimes it's a knock at his door, but when he opens it, no one's there. On one occasion, he swears he heard whispering right by his ear, but he was completely alone in the room. So, what exactly is going on? Some believe he may be dealing with a restless spirit that simply doesn't care what time of day it is. Others think it's not a ghost, but maybe something tied to the land itself. Do you think it's any of this or something else entirely? I'd love to hear your thoughts on this one. There are several technologies out there now that people use to see if there's a ghost in their house. And while some of them are said to be credible, many others have been called out as fake, nothing close to authentic. In this next video, you might have to be the judge on whether this particular ghost tech is the real deal. The man in this clip has been hearing strange noises in his home, and you know how simply hearing things can become traumatic. When you're constantly startled by footsteps in an empty hallway, whispers in a silent room, or doors that creak open when no one's near them, it can mess with your mind. Every creak feels like a threat. Every whisper feels personal. And before long, you start dreading the silence because you know it's only a matter of time before it breaks again. According to him, the activity had been escalating. Doors closing when no one was nearby, objects left in one room suddenly appearing in another, and even the faint sound of someone breathing right behind him when he was alone. One weekend, while scrolling through his phone, he came across something unusual, an AI ghost detector. The app claimed it could scan your environment and reveal the image of anything hiding in your house. Skeptical but desperate for answers, he decided to give it a try. Have a look.
Alright, I'm terrified. What the fuck is that noise, bro?
So then I decided to try the ghost AI. You'll never believe what happens next.
Now, the part where he talks about dealing with stuff is quite believable, especially considering his past experiences. But the real question is, can this technology be trusted, or is it just another gimmick that preys on people's fears? Until we get more reviews and more evidence from others trying AI ghost detectors, this one remains unsolved. In the following video, a woman named Arya shares a very unsettling experience. Watch this.
Okay.
Somebody help me! I'm feeling it! Help! Somebody help! Please! Somebody help me, please!
Now, if you're wondering what she was running from or who was chasing her, wait until you see what the security camera captured after that.
Y'all, so here's video of that girl that posted, and I'm gonna let y'all know now, it gets really weird. It's like she acting like she's running from something or hiding from something, but there's literally nobody else in the frame. Like she tweaking.
Yeah, it is weird.
And the elevator door is not even closing. Like she playing hide and seek or something. But look, this ain't even the craziest thing. Like now the elevator, look, the elevator door is closed. This ain't even the craziest thing about this video though. I got like more video to show y'all, and it just gets super weird. So y'all just stay tuned.
There are a few deeply disturbing details here. First, the way she was covering her eyes, almost like she didn't want to see something, makes it feel as though she was seeing something nobody else could. Second, notice how the elevator doors refused to close, as if someone was standing right in front of it, but the moment she finally left, the doors suddenly closed on their own, almost confirming that something unseen was actually standing there with her. But the creepiest part comes next. Watch this.
Alright y'all, so I went back and was looking at the video of that girl from the other day, right? Because I'm thinking maybe somebody must be following her because I found that thing in the bathroom. Like, you know, it makes sense that somebody's probably following her. Because not just any person is going to have that tool. I mean, that tool is for getting inside of rooms. So just keep watching the screen right here, man. I saw something that just... Because I'm thinking somebody's following her.
Watch, let me fast forward. Watch this.
Watch. That's just the housekeeper down there.
See?
Right there. Right there.
I don't know what that was.
This is crazy. How do y'all explain that? Somebody explain that to me. And y'all think that's crazy? Keep watching like right by that door right there, by that table. Keep watching right over by there. The whole time I'm thinking somebody following her. So we trying to go over the film and just keep watching. Look. My hand is shaking. Right there.
What is that?
What the heck? Bro, that's a rock from that table right there. Those are stones and those in bowls right there by that table. And that one of them stones just fell on the floor.
And there's no way that should happen because there's no wind in there.
Wind ain't even gonna do that though. This is crazy, yo.
I don't know.
Somebody explain this to me. Please somebody explain to me what the hell that just was.
The shadow in the footage only confirmed what most people feared. Something or someone was definitely chasing her. And the moment this clip surfaced, viewers immediately drew comparisons to one of the most infamous cases of all time, Elisa Lam at the Cecil Hotel. Just like Aria, Elisa was also seen running out of her room and behaving erratically inside an elevator, pressing multiple buttons at once, hiding in the corner as if avoiding someone, even making strange gestures with her hands. And not long after, her body was discovered in the hotel's rooftop water tank, with her clothes and belongings floating beside her. So naturally, people feared history was repeating itself here, and what they later discovered in Aria's room didn't help the situation. Watch this.
It's like all my stuff is just left here. Crazy. You said what?
Don't get me on camera.
No, this is ridiculous. What the heck is this doing in here?
Yo, hold on, y'all. Why the this in here? Hold this. Yo, y'all. This is crazy.
Oh my God.
What? At least you got some stuff you can take home.
The condition of the room and the strange things they found inside only raised more questions. Things scattered in ways that didn't make sense, objects left in disturbing positions, and details that hinted she might not have been alone. But what makes this even stranger is what happened later that night in the same hotel. Watch this.
Keep in mind there's no construction going on. Nothing. But there's always some type of banging or clattering going on.
This clip made many believe the hotel itself could be the real problem. Some even claim this is still the Cecil Hotel, only rebranded under a different name, with the same eerie elevator still operating in its halls. And as speculation spread, another clip was released, this time not just video, but audio. Listen closely. The audio is very unsettling, and at some point it sounds like voices, dozens of them, all talking at once. But whatever it is, until a clearer version surfaces, all of this remains one big mystery. This next clip is about an apartment complex in Houston, Texas, where residents have been complaining about strange sightings and happenings, not just inside their homes, but also around the complex itself. For months now, residents have been reporting unusual activity, doors slamming shut without warning, strange shadows moving across their walls at night, and even whispers echoing in hallways when no one is around. One day, a lady and her friend were discussing the strange things they'd seen in their own apartments, comparing notes about the odd knocks, the disembodied voices, and even shadows that dart across the walls when they're alone. They just so happened to be having this conversation near the spot where one of the old guards was stationed. Curious, he decided to speak up. And not only did he confirm what they were saying, he went further, pulling out footage he had captured himself that, in his words, proved the complex is definitely not normal. Watch this.
I've been told there's ghosts over here. I don't believe it. But somehow this door just came open by itself. And I go to look, and look, it's a damn broom standing out there by itself. I think I'm gonna leave that door open. I ain't going nowhere near that.
According to multiple residents, this very spot in the video has always been considered one of the most paranormal corners of the property. Doors have been seen opening on their own time and time again, but in this clip, something else makes it far worse. The broom, standing upright completely on its own, as though some invisible hand carefully placed it there. Now, people have a lot of theories about what that actually means. Some believe a broom standing without support is a sign of residual spiritual energy, almost like the ground itself is charged. Others say it's a symbol in witchcraft, where a broom can act as a marker between realms, left in place to keep spirits in or out of a space. A few even think it could be a darker sign connected to rituals, with the broom acting as an invitation for entities to pass through. And then there's the more skeptical side, people who argue it's nothing more than balance, like the viral broom challenge, where people discovered that brooms could sometimes stand upright due to gravity. But when you pair it with the constant reports of doors opening on their own and other unexplained events inside the complex, the broom feels like it means something more. So whether you see this as proof of the paranormal, a sinister ritual left behind, or just a very strange coincidence, one thing is clear. This apartment complex continues to leave its residents with more questions than answers. The following clip was recorded in a Colombian mall by a man who works there. Before he got the chance to record this clip, several people had approached him talking about the weird things happening in the restroom. So one day, when he and some of his colleagues were sure no one else was in the mall, they decided to go and give it a look. Watch this.
Bueno, estoy nuevamente aquí, en la puerta del baño. No hay nadie acá. No hay nadie. Allá tampoco hay nadie. No hay nadie allá. Dios mío. Bueno, voy para adentro. La sangre de Cristo me cura. Hola, hola. Hola. Hola, hola. ¿Estás acá? ¿Dónde estás? Se prenden las luces. ¿Estás jugando con la llave? ¿Ah? ¿Estás jugando con la llave? ¿Ah? Necesito otra prueba. Necesito otra prueba. ¡Ay, marica!
As terrifying as their experience was, this wasn't even the worst of what many had reported. Some claimed that faucets would turn on by themselves, doors would slam shut even when there was no draft, and the echo of footsteps that never seemed to belong to anyone. A few even swore they saw shadows moving beneath stall doors when no one was inside. No one knows what to do about the situation, and those who know fear doing something about it and getting caught. After all, it would be hard to explain why you're sprinkling holy water, burning sage, or chanting prayers in a mall restroom, especially to a boss who doesn't believe in ghosts. This next clip was captured by a man who has been experiencing very strange things in his house for a long time, and according to him, it's gotten more annoying than scary. Have a look.
I really don't think I'm ever gonna be able to stop this shit. Listen to it. Listen to that pedaling. Jesus. I mean, this is my whole closet right here. It's my kitchen. And here we go with this shit again. I'm just gonna wait and see how long it goes. It's never not. Stop! Okay, that works. Okay, so it seems to be wanting to happen now more in the afternoon. Just to prove there's nothing there. Jesus Christ. This is the cord in question, the coax cable, and you can see here it goes directly from here down to my Wi-Fi. So I could, I guess, open it like this, but one, I would probably be in the way of the camera here since I'm standing here, but let's try and test this. Here's the door latched all the way shut. I mean, I'm pulling on that pretty hard and it doesn't come out, but if I were to do this and open it, that just kind of pulls the Wi-Fi back. So, I mean, if this cord was the thing that was pulling it, this probably would have knocked off, but I don't know. Yes, absolutely we can, because I think everyone is obsessed with this and the fact that I do not have it secured. But as you can see, this goes to my modem, and that is all. It's an old building, so in front of every apartment, they've had to drill holes and then feed these in through, you know, all this to kind of update it. But this building was built in 1932, and if you can't tell, hasn't really been updated too much since 1932. Oh. You gotta be kidding me.
This time it was his closet, swinging open on its own. Other times it's been his kitchen cabinet slamming shut in the middle of the night. He's even mentioned times when objects like his TV remote or keys disappear, only to reappear hours later in the exact same spot he swore he had already checked. At this point, he admits he's less terrified and more frustrated, because living in a house where you're constantly second-guessing whether you misplaced something or if something else is playing games with you gets exhausting. Viewers, however, had their own take on it. Some believe he might be dealing with a trickster spirit or poltergeist, something that thrives off causing chaos rather than harm. Others suggested the activity could be tied to him personally, claiming spirits sometimes attach themselves to a person instead of a place. Of course, the skeptics weighed in too, saying it's probably faulty wiring, uneven floors, or even air drafts causing the disturbances. But for those who've lived through similar unexplained chaos, they argue there's no mistaking the feeling of being toyed with by something you can't see. Now in this next clip, a lady named Brenda never lived alone before, but eventually got a place for herself. On the very first night in her new place alone, this happened.
Okay. First night in the new apartment, and Mabel has been doing this for about the last 5 minutes straight. She is watching something. And yeah, the fan is on. But there's like no shadows. Oh, look. See? What is it, May? Mabel. Come here. What is it? There are no bugs. Her ears are perked, and she's watching something. See? What the heck? What the heck? Mabel. Okay, right before she came in the door, there was a light. A little ball of light that came in the door right there. What is she chasing? This is like 10 minutes straight. What the hell? She has never acted like this. What is she chasing? There are no bugs. There are no mice. Mabel, what did you go under the bed for? So, yeah, I get to sleep here tonight. Mabel, get up here. Come here. Get up here. Lay down. So, I guess we're gonna try to sleep. I'll give you an update in the morning. Good night.
Many are of the opinion that a new place means new sounds, pipes settling, wood expanding, neighbors moving around, saying she'll get more relaxed after the newness goes away. But some people don't like to wait until something happens the second time before they take action, so she already saged and said a prayer through the whole apartment. Especially after hearing comments about the way her dog reacted, like it could hear something moving inside the wall. Some viewers think that's the clearest sign something paranormal might be going on, since animals are believed to sense things we can't. Others speculate it could be rodents or plumbing in the walls, but Brenda says she had the place inspected before moving in, and nothing unusual was found. So is Brenda dealing with a haunted apartment, or is it simply the unsettling adjustment of living alone for the first time? You decide. This next clip also has to do with how animals so often seem to know and see things we don't. A few weeks before Kevin filmed this, the house had been giving the family little nudges that something wasn't right. A bedroom light that would blink when nobody touched the switch, toys left neatly on the floor found scattered as if played with, and the faint sound of somebody pacing down the upstairs corridor. The family chalked some of it up to creaky old floors and a loose wiring issue, but the dog's behavior kept everyone uneasy. It started sleeping at the foot of the stairs, refusing to go into one hallway after dusk, and once woke the whole house by growling at an empty corner for a solid 5 minutes. On the day Kevin was home alone when this happened. Watch.
What do you hear, buddy?
A few people who slowed the footage down and bumped up the brightness insist they saw something slide past the wall where the dog was staring. Others say it's only a trick of light and compression, but the way the dog reacted before and after the moment makes it hard to dismiss. So what could be going on? And if you had to pick the next move to get rid of whatever or whoever is causing this, what would you try first? A house cleansing, or prayers, calling a medium, a structural or pest inspection to rule out a mundane cause, or just moving out altogether? I'd love to hear your thoughts. This next video comes from Ayers, who says everything went sideways after she and a friend tried a Ouija board. For anyone who doesn't know, a Ouija board is a flat board printed with letters, numbers, and words like yes and no that people use to try to communicate with spirits. Participants lightly rest their fingers on a planchette and wait for it to move. Skeptics call it ideomotor effect and harmless party trick. Believers warn it can open doors you don't want opened. Stories about Ouija sessions often include anything from sudden mood shifts and nightmares to persistent disturbances that won't leave long after the board is packed away. In other words, it can go badly if you don't know what you're doing. One night, after swearing she'd never touch one again, Ayers woke up to this. Watch.
Just seen my tape move at the side there, so I've just grabbed my iPhone to record it. It was moving.
She says she stopped using the board, but the activity only got worse. The kind of escalation people often link to a session that went wrong. That fits several common theories. Maybe the session created an attachment that ignored her intention to stop. Maybe it left a residual pattern in the house that whatever's sensitive to that energy keeps replaying. Or, the darkest possibility viewers floated, the Ouija invited something that doesn't respect boundaries and stuck around. A few nights later, she set her camera because she'd been feeling watched while waiting for a friend. Watch.
Well, that escalated quickly. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 unexpected movie deaths. It goes without saying that this entire list is one giant spoiler, so...
Any spirits here?
Number 10, Carolyn Fry, Pitch Black. This flawed hero crash lands on a deserted planet with primitive criminal Riddick in tow. Clearly the protagonist we're meant to root for. Fry spends the movie keeping him and the shady monsters at bay. So we shouldn't be shocked that she bites it. But, sigh, we are. Just as she redeems herself, that sense of they're gonna escape sets in. Then, boom. Down with less than 5 minutes left. Number 9, Dick Halloran, The Shining.
A few nights later, she woke to her kitchen completely upside down, and no signs of forced entry. She rearranged everything, but left a camera in the kitchen in case it happened again. Take a look at what happened.
Come on, I've just heard you.
So how do we tie this together? Whatever the cause, the pattern is classic in haunted house lore. Someone experiments with a gateway, the weirdness starts, it grows more aggressive, and even stopping the ritual doesn't always stop the activity. So are these events truly linked to that one session, or is there a different explanation she hasn't found yet? I'll leave that to you. This clip was recorded at a small family birthday party in a very old house, the kind of place with creaky floorboards and stories in every room. Watch.
This is Christina's birthday party, and everyone at it, there's Brianna, her little cousin, there's Haley, her other cousin, and there's her daddy Tommy. Hello. And here's her Aunt Misty, and here's her Uncle Joey.
What up with it?
What up with it? Alrighty, let's go with this. Daddy lighting the candles.
So we can get you a little cake on camera, so we can remember your party. And we'll give the happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Christina. Happy birthday to you. Yeah. Blow your candles out, girl.
She gonna blow it out? Yeah.
You gonna cut the cake up, Mama, or you want me to?
Go ahead, I'm running the camera.
Alrighty.
Daddy's cutting the cake.
Did you like the bicycle and stuff you got for your birthday?
Oh my God, Tommy, it's gonna start again. Oh my God, damn.
It ain't gonna mess everything up.
He's gonna mess this up for everybody now.
Come on, sissy. Come on, baby, come on. I don't know what's gonna happen. Come on. This is ridiculous. I'm sorry, baby. Seems like it's messing everything in 4 seconds. It's okay, it'll be alright.
God, we should have had this at Jerry's house.
Okay, it might not
It's
do
just,
anything else, okay?
this stuff is starting again.
You're alright. I'm sorry, sweetie.
You okay?
I'm so sorry.
God damn! Oh God!
What the hell is going on? Go to the front room. Go to the front room, girls, go!
Oh God! Oh my God!
Let me get out of here, come on. Let's go with it.
It's unsettling enough when strange things happen on ordinary days, but when they occur during moments meant to be joyful and unforgettable, like a birthday, it leaves a mark that's hard to shake. Disturbances like this don't just ruin the moment, they stay in your memory, and sometimes when the next birthday comes around, part of you can't help but replay the entire incident, silently hoping it doesn't happen again. The family never posted any follow-up videos, so there are no updates on whether the activity continued or stopped. So till now, what happened in this clip remains a mystery. The following video is about a content creator named Carla Agnini, a woman known for sharing her journey through midlife adventures, cozy home moments, and the joys of an empty nest. But one quiet morning, while filming a simple video to show how peaceful her house can be, this happens. Watch.
If you are an empty nester, what does your house sound like regularly throughout the day? Because this is the sound of mine. It seriously drives my husband crazy that it is so quiet. And whenever he's home, he's... What in the world just happened? Where did that music come from? I'm like way over here by the dishwasher. And this music just starts randomly playing. What in the heck? I don't even know what that is. It's like somebody was playing a joke on me because I said my house is so quiet. What? And what was that song? Now I think my house is haunted. Yeah, okay, we're gonna go with that.
Carla later confirms that the song was coming from her iPad, not Alexa. And the creepy part is, absolutely nothing was open to play music. No tabs, no apps, nothing. Even stranger, she had never heard that song before in her life, and she was alone in the house when it happened. Carla now believes her home might be haunted and that her empty nest just got a lot less empty. And honestly, she might not be wrong. When she posted the video, many viewers pointed out that spirits, especially those tied to the home, try to reach out using frequencies through electronics, manipulating sound, static, and in rare cases, even music. After reading through dozens of concerned comments, Carla decided to contact a local ghost hunter and has already set a date for a full spiritual sweep of her house. This next clip was recorded by Sharon, who has been experiencing very strange things in her home for weeks now, but either the activity happens too fast to capture or she's too scared to even remember to grab her phone. One night, she managed to capture this.
Oh
my God, there's nothing there. There's nothing.
Now here's the thing, Sharon lives in a one-story rancher. There's no upstairs or an attic space above that area of the house. So what or who was causing that strange noise? And this is where it gets even more disturbing. Sharon has experienced the same strange activity in every house she's lived in since her daughter was born. No matter where they move, it follows, and it's become so common that they've developed a routine. When it starts, they either leave the room or go outside for a walk until it stops. In the video she posted, Sharon included some unsettling details like how the dog starts growling and pacing seconds before the activity begins, how the temperature in the room suddenly drops even in the middle of summer, and how her and her daughter's mood changes sharply, as if something takes over. One minute they're calm, and the next they're angry, sad, or overwhelmed for no reason. But the scariest detail she gave is that every time it starts, she and her daughter feel their hair stand on end, like a shiver that doesn't go away. Given the consistency of the experience across multiple homes, many viewers believe the entity isn't haunting a location. It's attached to Sharon, or possibly to her daughter, or even an object they unknowingly bring with them from house to house. But I'll let you be the judge on that. What exactly do you think is going on here? Let me know your thoughts on this one. This next clip is about another terrifying night Kyle had in his apartment, following weeks of sharing videos that prove he's barely had a peaceful night's sleep. He has been experiencing unsettling banging sounds, objects moving without reason, and perhaps the creepiest of all, the sound of children laughing, even though Kyle lives alone and has no kids. Naturally, viewers grew concerned until someone pointed out something Kyle had casually shown in one of his earlier clips, a doll he keeps in the house. One he's named Shelly. One night, while Kyle was finally asleep, he started hearing children laughing, and when he woke up, this was what he saw.
The water's gone off 3 times. There it goes again. Goodness. What the hell? Switch right there. I mean, there's another one there too. Okay. I didn't touch that. I did not touch that light switch. There's nobody there.
If you look at the light switch to the right, it's clear no one is near it, but then, right in front of him, the light suddenly goes off. Moments later, Kyle stands to show that the space is empty, and just as he does, the light in the kitchen begins to flicker. He later uploaded the video, and there was one thing nearly everyone pointed out, something Kyle hadn't even noticed at first. There were orbs floating through the shot, and many believe orbs are spiritual energy, a sign that something, or someone, is present. After that night, things got worse, and viewers began to warn him that whatever or whoever was behind the haunting seemed to be feeding off his fear. So Kyle decided to fight back and filmed himself doing a challenge where he was standing alone in the dark for 60 seconds, facing the fear head on. Watch what happened.
Can I withstand 60 seconds in the dark of my basement? I thought it'd be a good idea to try to overcome my fears since I live in a haunted house, so we're gonna try this. Let's get going. There's one. There we go. 60 seconds. How long is that? How long is 60 seconds? Oh, this is already a bad idea. I don't like this. I don't like this at all, yo. What was that? Yo, no. No, we don't need to hear noises while we're down here. Fuck. Is it over? Is it over yet? Dang it, we got like 20 seconds? 20 seconds. Okay, I can do it. Oh, what was that? I heard something. Yo, okay. Has it been 20? I don't know. The light switch won't work. Oh, shit. Okay.
What Kyle still can't wrap his head around is the fact that when he reached for the light switch to end the challenge, it didn't work. But when he checked it the next morning, everything worked perfectly, with no faults, no wiring issues, and not even a loose bulb. At this point, Kyle can't help but think there's a ghost in his house. In this next video, a man named Nick has been quietly taking care of his grandmother, who suffers from Alzheimer's. Her condition often makes her restless, wandering around the house, staring into empty corners, or talking to people who aren't there. But one night, what Nick captured was different. Take a look. His grandmother was standing still, as usual, but this time her dog began to growl, and something else happened that not even Nick can explain, and viewers didn't miss it either. If you look closely, you'll notice the Roomba moving back and forth, almost like it's detecting someone standing in front of it. And just moments after that, something falls. But what really makes this moment unsettling is what fell. Watch this.
Alright, so this is in response to last night. My grandma loves to collect little figurines. One of my grandma's little angels fell off the fridge last night. You see how far back they are. Genuinely. I mean, the significance of an angel falling and not legitimately anything else she has.
Out of all the things placed on top of the fridge, it was a mini angel statue that fell. And what's odd is that the statue had been sitting far back, not near the edge. So how exactly did it tip over? According to Nick, nothing, and no one was near the Roomba at the time, so it's possible that it was reacting to something he couldn't see. Ever since that night, Nick hasn't felt the same about the kitchen, but the problem is his grandmother only has one working television in the house, and it's close to the kitchen. So every night, he has to sit there to watch his program. One night, while watching TV alone in the living room, Nick's camera caught this. Watch closely.
So, I was watching my show, and after last night, I'm definitely not leaving these lights on. But I was watching my show, and there's nothing there.
Not one, but both of his grandmother's dogs are caught on video standing alert and staring at the kitchen, completely still with their ears perked up. Now here's something to consider. Nick told viewers that his grandfather mentioned seeing his grandma standing in the dark kitchen late one night, but when he got up to check, no one was there. It's for reasons like that and moments like these that Nick is starting to feel seriously uneasy, but the night was far from over. A few moments later, Nick heard the sound of the ice maker going off, so he grabbed his phone and started filming again. This is what he caught.
Whoa. Whoa. Yo. Oh, that's cool. Jesus!
After Nick posted the video, viewers immediately picked up on a few details like the Roomba's behavior had been off all evening, moving in a straight, unnatural line, unlike how it usually detects and avoids walls or stairs. But more disturbing was the way it suddenly flipped even when there was nothing in its way. No object, no stairs, yet it spins and lands hard on its side, almost like something had forcefully knocked it over. It didn't also react to the stair's edge, something it's programmed to sense and avoid. And then there was the angel statue that didn't fall randomly. It fell as if something wanted it out of sight. To this day, Nick can't explain any of it, and it remains unknown as to what caused all these strange things, but whatever happened that night still haunts him. Now, this next video is about Tana, a mom and nurse practitioner who often shares heartfelt snippets of her daily life, but one particular video she shared recently had nothing to do with cozy mornings or toddler giggles. It was something much more unsettling. Have a look.
Who are you talking to? Who are you talking to? Who are you talking to? Evelyn. Who are you talking to? Who are you talking to?
You can see her 20-month-old daughter smiling, giggling, and reaching out like someone was right there in the room with her. The joy on her face suggests she was genuinely seeing someone, and many viewers were quick to say, maybe she was. Some believe she might have been seeing a loved one who passed, possibly an uncle watching over her, but others couldn't shake a different, more disturbing idea that whatever she was seeing wasn't her uncle at all, but something pretending to be, something that took on a familiar shape, just to be welcomed. It's a theory that's shown up before in stories like these, that children are more open to what we can't see, and sometimes that openness can attract something else. Still, no one can say for sure. Was this a sweet moment between a child and a spirit watching over her, or something more deceptive and dangerous? You decide. The following clip was captured by Patricia, who works in a hospital in Florida that many believe to be haunted. She's experienced several unsettling moments, like hearing faint footsteps in empty hallways, gurneys rolling on their own, call bells ringing from rooms with no patients, and the distant sound of someone whispering her name when no one was there. Most times, she convinced herself she was just imagining it, until one day she overheard her colleagues describing the exact same strange experiences. So from that day on, they all agreed to record anything unusual. One night, Patricia caught this on camera. Watch this.
I know I have to enclose this drawer 5 times already. Come on. Do it. You ain't gonna do it because I got the camera out. I keep closing these doors, and then every time I turn around, they're open, but I don't hear them open. I swear to God. Hey, you gonna open them? I know. Come on, open the top one. I'll start doing something. This room is creepy. I'm waiting for a watch. Yeah. Come on. You wanna play? I've been trying to clean this room, but every time I turn around, there's stuff that's coming out these drawers. There's nobody else in here with me.
After waiting for a while, nothing happened, until suddenly the lower drawer opened. She also noticed something strange. The room had been cold, yet she suddenly felt an intense heat, as if something invisible was standing too close. This was enough to make her believe the rumors about the hospital might be true. But why is it that so many hospitals have ghost stories? Is it because of the countless lives that have passed? Or do the long, eerie corridors and quiet, late-night shifts simply make our minds more prone to fear that we start to see things? I'd like to hear your thoughts. Now, this next clip was captured by Susie, a professional paranormal investigator whose work takes her deep into haunted locations in search of answers. Susie's fascination with the paranormal began in childhood after she saw a ghostly figure standing silently on her parents' landing. Since then, she's built a loyal online community called the Spooklet family and invites viewers to follow her into the unknown. This time, she visited a particularly creepy house, and here's what her camera recorded.
Is there anybody here with me? Any noises through there? Do you want to open that door for me? Come in. No. Am I actually watching this? Are you on cue? No. No. I'm at work. It's just that happened on cue. I don't know if I'm scared, shocked, amazed. I'm shocked. I'm amazed and I'm scared. I think I'm all three. That was pretty awesome to catch on camera, I'm not gonna lie.
When she posted the footage, like many of her other eerie videos, viewers immediately began sharing theories. Some were deeply unsettled by the fact that she said, "Come in," before the door mysteriously opened on its own, warning that this could be seen as giving direct permission for a spirit or entity to enter. Others pointed out that it's even more chilling because doors in haunted places are often said to act as thresholds. Once crossed, whatever comes in might not easily leave, and if the spirit was already lingering outside, that single phrase could have been the exact invitation it needed. We can only hope that, if anything truly entered that house, it was a friendly presence, not something dangerous. Now, in this next clip, Josh hears a strange sound from downstairs that pulls him into the living room, only for him to capture something that still has viewers talking. Watch. After searching through the entire house and finding nothing unusual, he goes back to the living room, only to meet it in complete disarray. Just in case you missed it, here's how the room looked when he first came in. The cross hanging upright, the dining area perfectly arranged, every object in its place. But when he returns, everything's changed. The cross is now upside down, the refrigerator is wide open, one of the dining chairs is on top of the table, the chandelier swings as if disturbed by unseen hands, neatly stacked cartons now lie scattered on the floor, And the most unsettling of all, a knife stands upright, precisely stabbed into the chopping board, like a silent threat. When Josh posted this clip, the real conversation began. He revealed he's been living in the house for over 6 years, but the strange activity only started about 3 years ago, right after he bought a haunted doll off eBay. At first, it was supposed to be a joke. Instead, it became an open door to something he can't control. The obvious question came next. Why not get rid of the doll? Well, that's where it gets complicated. Josh believes burning it could release spirits to roam freely, and moving it might not help either, since whatever's attached could choose to stay behind. If you're wondering why he has not found a solution in 3 years, it's because, for years, the disturbances were minor, easy to ignore, but in the past few weeks, they've grown aggressive. Viewers quickly pointed out that poltergeists aren't known for turning crosses upside down, suggesting this might be the work of something darker, possibly demonic, and that the chaotic display was a warning of worse to come. Others thought they spotted movement behind the curtain, assuming someone was hiding there, but Josh explained, "There's a cat tree and chair behind the curtain. My cat likes to sit there and look out the window." That explanation made some take him more seriously, but still, no one has been able to offer a solid solution. So, what would you do in his place? And if it's not paranormal, then how do you explain what happened here? Now in this next clip, a family, already unsettled by a series of unexplainable events, decided to install cameras around their home. One night, the footage captured this. Watch closely. Now, this isn't just any bin, it's a motion sensor model designed to open only when something passes directly in front of it. But here, it lifts its lid without anyone or anything in sight. No pets, no drafts, no obvious cause. Some believe it could simply be a glitch in the sensor, while others are convinced it's something else entirely, possibly an unseen presence testing its ability to interact with the physical world. And small movements like this are sometimes said to be the first step, the entity starting small before escalating to more obvious and alarming activity. So, faulty wiring, or a ghost making itself known one step at a time. You decide. Now in this next video, Chrissy is casually recording herself in her room when something happens that absolutely terrifies her. Take a look.
Please be sure to monitor your emotional state while watching this video. Hello. Hello. About how many people are you with right now? Are you sure? Did you... Do you believe violence is ever justified? If you had to guess, how long would you say it would take to get from your front door to where you are right now? How far would you go to protect a loved one? What's your favorite color? Do you have any pets? How did your parents treat you as a child? Have you ever seen a dead body? What's your favorite color? What's 4 times 4? Do you cry at funerals? Were you happy or sad as a child? Are you happy now? Where are you?
It started with her feeling a rush of cold air, but you see, it's late fall and none of her windows was open. You'll also notice the moon decoration wasn't moving at the beginning of the video, but as soon as she feels the cold air, it reacts too. Then, the blanket starts shifting across the bed, with no one in sight. Theories flooded the comments. Some believe it could be a classic sign of a spirit passing through, since cold spots are often reported right before physical disturbances. A few skeptics argued it could be vibrations from a hidden source, but that doesn't explain the blanket movement with no one nearby. And then there's the more unsettling idea that whatever was in her room was attached to her. But I'll let you be the judge on this one.